So we are the #1 most haunted place in America. When you mix that bad energy in with that much sadness, I believe that eventually something's going to manifest.
Don't know what that was, what just happened. What the hell was that? They're probably the loudest, clearest footsteps I've ever captured with a camera.
Hey Crypt Keepers, thank you so much for tuning into AmysCrypt. Tonight we are taking on a big one. This is one of the most haunted places in the world. This is Waverly Hills. I've wanted to investigate here for years, and I think honestly tonight is going to be a rite of passage for Jared and I as investigators, and I'm excited, but I think I'm more nervous for this one. There's so many hauntings here, so much history, so much activity, so stay tuned.
Many claim Waverly Hills Sanatorium to be one of the most haunted buildings in the world, and this mammoth 5-story batwing-shaped hospital certainly possesses the dark history to claim such a reputation.
Waverly Hills was originally built to be a tuberculosis hospital. The building that everyone comes and tours was actually the 3rd hospital built on the property. The first 2 hospitals were a much smaller capacity, and since Jefferson County was one of the hardest hit counties in Kentucky, this building was erected to try to help house and curb a lot of that pandemic. So this was a fully functioning hospital in a sense. It was, however, strictly tuberculosis. There would have been operations, there would have been procedures performed, treatments on the patients. The patients themselves lived here in the hospital. The staff had housing on grounds, including the doctors. They had their own homes. This was a 600-acre property, and if you worked here, you lived here.
During its time as a hospital, Waverly Hills would sadly see many deaths. While no records exist to report an accurate death count that occurred within the building, it is estimated that the death toll could have been in the thousands. With so many passing over here, their bodies were eventually to be removed via a 500-foot tunnel that became known as the body chute. This was in an attempt to hide the deaths of so many fellow patients from those still undergoing treatment. This, of course, only adds to the rumours of hauntings within the sanatorium.
So we are, I like to think, the #1 most haunted place in America. And if you go to the right chat boards, the right websites, there's a lot of people that agree with that thought and that theory. The stories that come out of here are numerous is an understatement. Everything from people being touched, people seeing full apparitions, of course our shadow people. Everyone loves to see our shadows and our permanent residents walking through a hallway, walking through a doorway, even walking up to people. Some people have even reported feeling like they've been touched by something, like a full physical grab, or something as light as a tap on the shoulder or grabbing their hand. Temperature changes, cold spots, hot spots are not abnormal in the building. Screams, footsteps, doors slamming. We kind of are a grab bag of everything and anything that's paranormally possible. I personally have had a slew of experiences in my time up here in the building. Never ceases to amaze me what our permanent residents are actually capable of.
Having heard so many stories about Waverly Hills and knowing what a reputation it holds for being one of the most haunted places in the United States and the world, I'd always wanted to visit and investigate this place for myself, and tonight, Jared and I finally got the chance to do so. We didn't know this going in, but this would truly become an investigation we would never forget, and one that would rattle us to our core.
I'm freaking out. I've been freaking out all day. I was freaking out last night because I knew that I was coming here. This is one of the most haunted places that you can set foot in the world. I know a lot of people who have investigated here and relayed stories to me, and just hearing things on the grapevine about Waverly Hills. I am so nervous. I literally posted on Instagram on my stories before we came in how nervous I was. I felt like I was going to have a breakdown.
I am about to have a full-blown panic attack. I have anxiety 100% about tonight's investigation. I feel really shitty and nervous and on edge. We have not even passed the gates to this location yet either.
I'm definitely chuffed and excited to be here. We've just had a quick walk around just to find our bearings. There are definitely a few places here that give me really off vibes, so I think it's going to be interesting, let's put it that way.
I'm so scared, but I'm living. I really want to see something tonight. That is what I want to leave with from Waverly Hills, and I hear it might not be too far-fetched to actually leave with an experience like that. Fingers crossed. This is taking on a different feel in the dead of night already.
Bats?
No.
Should I turn off my light?
Yes. Me, like 2 seconds in.
Can we just get out?
Go. Going out that way, just leave. Not gonna lie, I doubt that we're more safe out here. Sorry, Jared.
Oh God, I can't do bats, I can't do it.
You've got to, we literally just started, we haven't gone anywhere.
Weirdly enough, I feel like we are in one of the areas where our first ghost story is.
Yes.
So Lois and Audrey are two of our more lovable permanent residents that are here. Lois and Audrey were two sisters that had both contracted tuberculosis. Lois was admitted here at the age of 21, and Audrey was soon to follow. Audrey did go on to actually beat tuberculosis twice and led a very long, happy life. Lois was not as lucky. She did pass away here from TB at the age of 28, but not before she had had a chance to show signs that she was getting better and get pregnant by her husband and end up actually having to come back here with child for her second bout of TB. And that second bout is actually what took Lois out. When we opened this building up in the early 2000s for investigations, people would come in and have discussions with Lois. After that, we started getting reports that they were not talking to just Lois, that there was a second female tone coming through on spirit boxes and EVPs. And we were able to get in touch with the family and confirm that Audrey had actually recently passed away. We like to believe that the two sisters are actually housed here together now, and they've been reunited in the afterlife, kind of taking care of each other in a way. They're one of the reasons that we like to play Elvis when we walk through the building from time to time. Their grandkids actually still come up and visit us on tours, and they'll share pictures, they'll share stories, and that's why we play Elvis, is the grandkids actually told us that they used to love to play Elvis music and sing along to it. So they're fun girls.
So if anyone can hear my voice, my name is Amy and I'm here with Jared, and we're a little bit scared of the bats. I hope that you find that funny, but I also hope that you don't mind talking to us and you don't mind us visiting tonight. We would love to hear from you, we would love to communicate with you. We understand this was a lot of people's homes. This was a tuberculosis hospital also. And a lot of people weren't necessarily here by choice. A lot of people were here for treatment, and we just want to say we are sorry for anything negative that happened to you here.
Sorry guys, we're just getting set up for the next segment, and we're just hearing noises all around us. It's really weird.
So I just hit record on GhostTube and I'm going to walk into this room. Ladies, if you are around, I hope it's okay that I'm coming in. So guys, I'm currently standing in a very famous room here at Waverly Hills. Now you might hear a lot of scary, negative, dark stories about Waverly. They're not really associated with this room. It is a sad, tragic story about this place, but it's not a lot of the darkness that most investigators like to focus on with Waverly. So if there's someone here, would you like to say hello to us? We're just passing through just to pay you a visit. So where we are, guys, this was one of the open air treatment Spell. Maybe this seems like some kind of witchcraft to you. It's just a way that you can talk to us.
I love calling you witch, I swear. Every few episodes you get called a witch, Amy.
It is true. So a lot of patients were wheeled out here just to literally get fresh air because they didn't have a cure or great treatments for tuberculosis, and one of the theories was fresh air was very helpful, very useful for its treatment. It's also incredibly sad to think of, you know, the struggles, the deaths, the confusion, the desperation of trying to be treated here. There's so many rooms here, guys. It just keeps going and going and going.
At this point, we decided to head to a lower level of the sanatorium, as we had been told a disturbing story centering around the lobby area.
This area is not actually one that you see investigators visit as much, but I have heard that there is something pretty dark, pretty grumpy, maybe a little bit aggressive sort of down here that can be mean to people.
In the center of the room, there's a table. We turned on a spirit box and we set it on the table. No sooner did the spirit box hit the table, but hello came through. And as I went to say hi, what's your name, from a set of locked doors in a part of the building that even some of the staff doesn't have access to, came a woman screaming. And not just like a ah, it was long and drawn out like ah. And all four of us were ready to just take off and run. Stood our ground, shaken as we were. It was very quick to tell us to leave.
So is it like just men, or like who are the targets down here?
I'm coming.
I was about to say, I think literally anyone is a target down here. Okay, if you're coming, that's okay, I guess. Can we see you?
I'm coming, like, it's like someone wants to let us know that they're here.
Can you make a noise? Can you bang on something? Can you move something? It's getting much colder here though. Right there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's like instantly cold as soon as you step into this bit.
All right, I'm feeling drawn down here, so we're coming.
I'm coming.
Literally, yeah, literally.
So this was the old X-ray rooms.
This is going to be super dark as well because it's literally, part of it is a dark room for processing their X-rays as if they were photographs. And I got a magnetometer spike right here and I cannot replicate it. So was there somebody near me? If you're near me, that's fine. Maybe you can use this thing in my hands to give me a word, your name. This was actually where X-rays were processed, just here, just in these tubs here. And you can imagine how many they actually developed here.
And these are original too.
Yeah. You know where this is leading, right?
I think I know, yes. The body chute?
Some people call it the death tunnel because of a movie that was filmed down there. But it is properly called the body chute. It was originally opened up to get building supplies up here so the contractors could finish the building. It was then used for living and medical supplies, but at the height of the pandemic, they converted it into a body chute to move bodies discreetly out of the building so that the patients were not watching one body an hour being taken away by a hearse or an ambulance, so that they could kind of keep up the patient's morale a little bit more.
Walking down here, I just feel like there's someone walking behind us. It's a really weird feeling.
Like you're being watched, hey?
I'd say, well, yeah, more like followed. Like I just feel like someone is...
Oh, I just seen something flash past the corridor. Okay, before we go to the body chute, it's worth noting this. This is actually the body wagon, I guess. The original body wagon. So this holds a lot of relevance to where it... That's what we're talking about. I'm so sorry.
It's strange that that comes up because we are now standing in the morgue.
That is really uncanny. This is the morgue. This is literally the original.
What brought you here?
We're here to communicate with anyone that's still here. My name is Amy and this is Jared, and we've heard that there might still be some people here and that you're willing to talk. And we'd love to know your name and just to to talk to you and hear your story. Maybe we can help tell your story.
Bodies would be stored in here.
These are the original body trays over here. One of these tables is original to Waverly. One is for the era. It was actually a body table. I feel really weird that it said dead as soon as we walked in here. That's just like right on the mark. I'm so sorry for the many different reasons why you could be here. But Jared and I are going to be here all night tonight. So if there's something that you want us to do for you, you've got to let us know. Now, this was used to transport bodies, and I'm going to show you where they were transported. That's okay. Honestly, like whatever you want, just let us know.
Someone, as I said, it felt like someone was following us. And it seems like they're curious, like they're throwing out little tidbits and they're asking us why you're here and that sort of thing. And they just said thank you for introducing yourselves, it seemed like as well. It seems like we've got someone calm down here, which is weird because apparently people get an aggressive spirit down here.
Well, I think the aggressive spirit could be more the body shoot area. And maybe it's just like the type of language that people use when they reach out, or their demeanor trying to reach out to spirits. Maybe if you're forceful, you're going to get the aggressive spirit. I don't know. Oh my God, I am so excited to walk through the Walking Dead doors. I love it. Oh my God, the noise.
Oh my God, look down the hall. That is super creepy. Ladies first.
Watch your back in here, Jared. That's all I'm going to say. Apparently there was an incident right here the other week and someone got very hurt where, I don't know if they were tripped or it seems like maybe they were pushed or something, but they really hurt their face allegedly.
I heard that.
I heard a voice.
There is definitely somebody following us.
Hello? I can't even see the end, Jared.
Again, I keep hearing noises behind us, like someone's following. Wow, that is insane.
The body shoot paranormally is a very unique place. Some people have told me that they don't feel anything in there, and they think they don't feel anything because people were already dead by the time they passed through. But I have had people hear voices, get touched. I personally have been choked in the body shoot. That was an interesting experience, but kind of like someone shut the oxygen supply off and I couldn't physically get air into my body. And it didn't happen to just me. I was investigating down there with a friend and we both ended up having to run out quite quickly. Laughing, voices, footsteps, orbs. If you're a subscriber to the theory of little balls of light, people have reported seeing those. It's a very different place.
No freaking way. This thing is long, this thing is dark, this is eerie.
Just looks like a never-ending hole.
I see you.
Okay. We can't see you, I really want to see you. I'm sorry that so many of you had to leave Waverly Hills down this tunnel. If there is somebody here, can you tell us why you're still around? It's getting colder for sure.
Well, yeah, we're like underground, aren't we?
I know. I also didn't realize this was this steep. I've seen this on a lot of YouTube videos now. It's very steep, guys.
Can I go ahead?
Jesus, Jared. Fuck. Oh my God, I thought you were going to die.
That was
then.
a close one.
I literally thought you were going to die there.
Downstairs.
No, okay, that's where we're coming. Keep going, Jared.
Wait, is that telling us not to go downstairs or to keep going downstairs?
Well, we're heading downstairs right now, so
That is really weird.
this is genuinely weird. How much more longer can this thing go for? smells really bad down here.
Like what?
It smells like, not like fertilizer. Something yuck down here. It doesn't smell nice to me. I can smell something really rank down here. What am I smelling right now?
Can you tell us?
I feel very uncomfortable right now, and I just want to, like, can we just get to the end so we can get the out of here?
All right then, let's go.
How do you not smell that? It smells like This is it. That was the way out of Waverly Hills for so many people.
Is there anyone with us now? Have you been following us? It is so dark.
There's something in the pit of my stomach that's telling me to leave. It doesn't smell like it did anymore. I can see my breath. It is much colder down here. We are underground though, so maybe it's just that. But it's an uncomfortable, uneasy feeling to this place.
Now that we had reached the bottom of the body chute, we decided to head back up to the main building and explore some other haunted hotspots, starting with the 4th floor, a place notorious for visual anomalies such as shadow people.
So the 4th floor is probably one of the more popular floors in the building, if not the most popular floor. That's where a lot of our shadow people are seen. They almost seem to kind of live there, and they'll pass through the doorways. You can see them cross the hall. You can see them manipulate a figure of a person standing at the other end of the hallway. It's probably one of our more consistently active areas. The creeper is a very existent thing here at Waverly Hills. I have only seen it a very small handful of times myself, but those times that I have seen it, it is very unnerving. Kind of a humanoid figure that just can crawl along the walls and up on the ceiling, and what it is, where it came from, I can't say for certain. I would say that with the amount of death and sadness that you have here with tuberculosis, and then the geriatric center that ran, and then the building sitting abandoned, you've got people coming in doing things like seances and devil worshiping and Ouija boards, and they're opening all of these portals and they're not necessarily closing them the right way. When you mix that bad energy in with that much sadness and loss, I believe that eventually something's going to manifest. Whether the creeper is actually a person or whether it's a manifestation of that darkness and that sadness combined, I don't know for sure.
This is the 4th floor.
Wow.
Dark, huh?
Yeah. Did you hear that?
There's someone down here. Okay, we can hear you. I'm walking towards you. Can you come towards the lights in my hand? I'd really like to know who that was. The f is that? Oh my god. What is that though? Is that a bin?
Don't do that to me. I'm on edge as it is. I haven't seen any bats on this floor, but...
All right, you've got us down here. We would love to see you.
What is it?
I'm not gonna say. Yeah, there's a bat in here.
No.
Still coming by. On our day tour, this was the area I did not like, one of the areas I didn't like the most. It's actually where they did a lot of the surgeries, and we were told a few stories about this room that are kind of freaky as well.
That room is very notorious for doors slamming on people. There is an older door that actually creaks across the floor, kind of sounds like grating metal. It has a tendency every now and then to slam on people. The main door to the OR, we do have to block off with a window weight because it's just, that door is extremely difficult to open once it closes from the inside.
It's a moth. It's okay. It's just a moth.
Hi. I feel like something's following me here.
Is this the door, the infamous door
Yes.
that closes on people and locks them in the room?
That one will slam and lock. This one will also slam. So understanding the gravity of this room, I think, is important. A lot of experimental surgeries were done here. I think that they were so desperate in those times to relieve patients of suffering, to try and help them, but they didn't know how to do so. There were things going on like partial removal of lungs, inflating lungs, removing ribs. I'm getting the exact same sensation of this room I had today. I can feel it basically at each side of my spine, going up my neck, and in the front of my head. It just feels like a headache in those areas. I don't know what it is about this room, but Serpent. I don't know what it is about this room, but it feels physically draining and like a little bit sick. If there's somebody here, can you tell us what happened in this room? We've just come to communicate. But if you could slam a door for us, that'd be very impressive, and I would actually enjoy that.
I heard someone whistling. I definitely heard something here. I thought it was a whistle.
That'd be very impressive, and I would actually enjoy that. That'd be very impressive, and I would actually enjoy that. Can you say something to us or make a noise? You alright?
Just try not to breathe too heavily so we can hear if they say anything.
What? Thank you, we just asked you to make a noise. I appreciate that so much.
That was out there. They say anything? They say anything?
We spent some more time in the surgery, yet did not receive any further moments of interest, so we decided to continue upwards in the building towards the 5th floor, and one of the best known haunted areas of Waverly Hills.
Another infamous floor, the 5th floor. Oh, shit, son. There's a flap of plastic blowing in the wind. A big black flap of plastic, so it looks and it sounds scary. But that is the plastic that you heard and we saw. So right here, guys, this is room 502. You see a lot of stories about this area, this place circulating at Waverly Hills. What the f***? Okay, I'm sorry for swearing. Someone just threw something at us.
That was like a stone being thrown or something. I thought I heard footsteps in that room there. That's the kids' room, right?
That is, and there were little footsteps.
I heard little footsteps. I heard a stone thrown over here and then footsteps down there.
Okay, let's follow this. You're gonna throw something, you can throw something at us.
If you're going to throw a stone at us, please just make it a small stone.
So I'm told the 5th floor is where the more severe cases of tuberculosis were kept. Sadly, this area was where children were kept. It is very sad. That almost seems like a trickstery, like little kid thing to do, to throw something at us. I can't say it wasn't something falling off of the wall or the ceiling, you know what I mean? That really sounded like something got thrown then, huh?
Abused.
I'm so sorry if that's what it felt like for you. Maybe that's linked to 502, that response.
Yeah, I don't think we've had any.
Don't come in.
Okay.
Should we not be in here? I think that's the first time we've ever had a stone or pebble incident on AmysCrypt, from memory.
Hair.
Hair?
Apparently they love to play with hair. You can play with either one of our hairs.
Can you make one of those balls move over there?
Although we had just gotten some activity that seemed almost playful and childlike, which is fitting to the child spirits claimed to haunt Waverly Hills, we did want to circle back and tell the tragic story of room 502.
So the story about the nurse with 502 has over time kind of gotten twisted and manipulated a little bit. There are a lot of theories out there as to who she was, how she ended up hung, how she lost her baby. We were lucky enough to sit down and interview the maintenance man that did find her hanging. He doesn't know how she got up there. He does know that there was evidence she had recently been with the child. Hospital staff and even some of the patients were aware of the affair that she was having. And that's all the information that the maintenance man shared with us, and out of respect for the deceased, we try not to add anything else on to that.
Room 502, so many stories about this. You would have heard about this if you've watched any content on Waverly Hills. And I think it's very sad and very tragic, the stories circulating about it, but also that no one really knows the truth. And I just want to say, I'm so sorry for that. But we just wanted to come up here and say sorry. I think at the end of the day, guys, we just need to remember that a young woman lost her life here, you know, potentially also her baby's life. And I think that's very, very sad, no matter what the back story. Choked. So...
Bribed.
It's so eerily spot on. I'm so sorry. It's very heavy.
The darker side of what we do, like, yeah, we make these videos and you guys enjoy watching them. But yeah, like all the stories we feature are like real stories. They were real people at one point, you know what I mean? Yeah, it is a bit heavy. Oh, that was a massive walkthrough.
This place is huge, and
yeah,
because it's so big, we're going to need to split up to cover it as much as we can.
Where are we going?
I think you'd probably agree, maybe the two scariest places are the 4th floor, where people see things, people see shadows, maybe the creeper.
The shoot was pretty scary.
Yes.
So how are we going to do this?
We've gone like Destination Fear style. You got to pull
Oh, short straw. Okay. You ready? So this is for me or for you?
This is where you're going, alone. Alright, may as well open mine.
Oh, shoot. Shoot.
I
You
got
know what?
4.
I'm actually happy. I actually wanted to, I knew it was between 4 and shoot. Because of the bats, I'm actually happy I got the shoot, so.
Honestly, I've been saying all night, I want to see something. I want to see something visual. I want to capture on camera. 4th floor is the place to be. So I think that we're both happy with those.
Yes.
Although they're both terribly scary places to be.
I mean, no one wants to go to the body shoot and the morgue, but
Someone's got to do it.
someone's going to do it. And yeah, I'm actually happy I got this one. I felt like we were hearing a lot of sounds down there, and we got a few interesting responses down there, so I'm actually quite happy about that.
I just want to say, just because John's story about the body shoot creeped me out so much, be careful down there, like don't get choked out on unconscious or something. Just
Or trip.
Or trip and smash your face, yeah. Guys, I've made it up to the 4th floor. I'm by myself. I am out of breath. This building, it's big. I'm alone now. Jared has gone down to the body shoot. What's worse, the 4th floor alone or the body shoot alone? Leave a comment below. I want to see something so bad. But if something crawls out along the floor and then up the wall on the ceiling, I might myself.
This is the hallway where I felt like somebody was following us earlier when we came down here. So is anyone down here that's taking an interest in me, welcome to follow me down into the body shoot. Keep me company.
Alright, my name is Amy. This is my first time ever to Waverly Hills. And I'm just calling out to anyone who might be here on the 4th floor. If you can hear my voice, please don't be shy tonight. I've come to communicate.
Oh my God, it's so dark. Hello, is anyone down here? Hello? It's a really weird acoustics too, like I can feel like I can hear my voice like down the end of the hallway, down the end of the chute, as if someone else is yelling back, you know? Like echo obviously, but it's very strong here. Hello?
Can you show yourself? Guys, I've chosen to come down this wing. I've heard that this is darker, literally because it's darker, but also there are entities down here that are a bit darker. Okay, we'll use that term, it's good. Violent, aggressive, mean, bitey, scratchy sort of stuff. I've got cold chills all over my body right now.
Is anyone down there? Just me and nothing. If someone was following us earlier or is still here with me now, can you make a noise to let me know that you're here? Maybe you can follow me down here.
All right, I can hear you down there. All right, I heard that. What the heck? All right, I heard that. I also have Ghost 2 Basilisk running. I figure that will be an interesting tool to use up here because there's so much visual phenomena. I'm gonna walk down this way and hope to God that I come back, okay guys?
Back in the body chute, Jared decided to use the tool GhostTube Vox to reach out and see if he could gather any relevant vocalizations. But just as he was setting up, he heard a noise come from the tunnel's entrance.
While I was setting up, I just heard a noise. Is there someone down there? Up there? Can you tell me what this tunnel was used for?
Can you tell me about the shadow people here at Waverly? Better yet, can you show me the shadow people?
Tweets.
Sorry guys, I've just moved onto the floor because I was getting a bit uncomfortable. I thought I just said the word twins. Are you able to confirm if there were twins here?
Tweets. Tweets.
Were you doctor, nurse or patient? Save someone. Were you trying to save people?
Oh my God. Is there someone there right at the end? Okay, now we get two figures down here. What are you doing down here? Okay, this is weird.
Although these figures initially startled me, I was able to continuously replicate them in this area and thus concluded that they were false positives mapping the door and wall.
What do you think of me and Amy?
We'll see.
We'll see. That was really creepy.
Become.
So weird. Does that mean you don't like us here? Only one of you?
Can you make a noise for me up here? And then I heard something right beside me.
Alright guys, I've just muted that for a second because I'm hearing voices coming from that direction. Is there anyone down there?
Alright, if there's anyone down there, can you show yourself? My name is Amy. I don't mean you any harm.
Alright guys, I'm going to try something a bit different because I'm not getting that many responses on Vox. I'm going to do an EVP session down here. So my name's Jared. I'm just here to have a chat with anyone that might be lingering around. If there's anyone here, can you come up and say something to me and let me know that you're here? Is there someone up there? Up there. Who's at the top of the stairwell?
Here we go. Alright, I'm just going to do an SLS sweep in here. My back is on fire, like it hurts. Hello? Okay, there's somebody in here. I just picked up a figure on SLS, oh my god. My name is Amy. I don't mean any harm to you. Thank you for showing yourself to me. I just got a really weird... I know this could be dust, guys. I always say that. But I just had a really weird orb fly at me.
There's someone up there. I can hear them.
After hearing a few noises to the only entrance and exit to the body chute, Jared truly felt as though there was someone else there with him, so he decided to replay his EVP session to see if he had captured any voices. Little did he know he was about to document some of the most compelling and bone-chilling evidence ever featured on AmysCrypt.
I didn't hear any voices in the Vox response, but I did hear those noises I was hearing. There's something up there. Okay, those noises I was hearing weren't coming from down the chute, they were coming from the top of the chute. So let's see if we can find out the cause of that noise. Is there someone up here? Who's that? Who's that? Hello? Amy? Who's that?
Right after entering the surgery, I captured another figure on GhostTube SLS. I was unsure whether this one may have been a false positive, so I decided to switch things up and use GhostTube Vox, just to see whether I could document anything else of interest in this room.
Can you come close to these lights and talk to me?
And not. I'm gonna do.
What are you gonna do?
That you.
I want to know what you're gonna do, please. Tagging a plane.
With me.
Is there a doctor, nurse, or a patient here? Can you tell me that? I have come to keep you company. Can you tell me your name? My name is Amy.
That was definite footsteps. I thought Amy was coming down here, but my heart's genuinely beating. They're probably the loudest, clearest footsteps I've ever captured on camera. Amy?
Jared was so scared in this moment you can actually hear the camera rattle from his shaking. To me, these noises sounded like very clear footsteps coming from the only way in and the only way out of the body chute. You could even hear the feet hit the ground and the rubbing together of what sounds like trousers. We do not have an explanation for this sound as I was up on the 4th floor at this time.
Who's that?
Hour number.
Okay, I heard a man's voice for one, and then I feel like you called me a whore. I can't believe it said that. What the heck was that?
Here, I could hear what sounded like something heavy being dragged across the ground down the hallway, though it is quite difficult to hear this on the audio over GhostTube Vox and a plane flying overhead. As I tried to mute this tool to listen more carefully, a voice which almost sounded like someone crying out can also be heard underneath one of the sounds made by GhostTube Vox.
Amy? That's the door there. There's no one here. That was clear as... Sorry guys about the camera shaking, I'm actually legitimately a bit freaked out. They were loud footsteps walking down the chute. Amy's on level four as far as I know. So yeah, I don't know what caused that. You heard it.
All right, what's going on down here?
After spending some time alone in Waverly Hills, Jared and I decided to regroup and reach out together in another haunted area. But because Jared had such an extreme experience in the body shoot, we decided to leave a Ghost2 SLS camera rolling in this space, along with a new tripwire and lantern tool, which will light up and trigger if it detects fluctuation in electromagnetic energy, which some people believe ghosts are made of. We also thought best to leave a camera rolling on the 4th floor too, hoping to document anything else of interest. We now began to set up for our next experiment in the morgue, but as soon as I entered I began to feel ill, like I had a sharp stabbing pain in my stomach. Also, while we were preparing to reach out, we both heard a strange noise, which we weren't able to find the cause of.
Okay, if that's what you want, I'm gonna get a switch.
That was the door.
I didn't even realise we were recording still.
Yeah, we are.
Should I just quickly check that out? Hang on. Switch.
But now it was time to call out. Here we conducted an Estes, with myself wearing a blindfold and noise-cancelling headphones, while listening to a spirit box and relaying anything I heard come through, and with Jared asking questions which I was unable to hear from within the original body tray.
Right, is there anybody in the morgue with us right now? Can you approach that woman in the chair and let her know that you're here?
Yeah.
Thank you. Can you tell me?
Stinks.
It does smell kind of funny in here. Can you tell me what that smell is? Can you tell me who's down here on the 1st floor, hanging around by the body chute?
No.
How come? There was somebody there with me though, right? I heard him. Can you tell me about this room or this bed I'm laying on?
Cut.
Cut?
John.
Can you tell me about your time here? Why you're hanging around?
Living.
While you were living here?
Break.
Can you tell me how many people are hanging out down here?
Friends.
They're friendly? It's good to know. We're friends, yeah. We're not here to harm you.
Friend.
Yeah? I'm a friend. I'm guessing that means you like me then? I just heard voices. Is that someone trying to talk to me?
I think it just said your name, Jared.
That is really weird. I swear on this trip, I've been getting this a lot. What do you know about me?
Stinks.
You think I stink? That's pretty funny. What do I stink like? Keep saying stinks.
Insulted.
Yeah, I feel a bit insulted actually. I don't think you have a reason to be insulted. I haven't said anything mean to you.
I feel like I just heard a woman screaming.
What?
What? Where?
She just said exactly what I just said. Are you trying to imitate me?
I'm getting all cold out here, Jared. Stinks.
Can you touch that woman sitting out there? This is too freaky. This is really full on. What? What the hell was that? What?
Someone just like touched me.
Are you for real?
Yeah, like right here. I'm sorry if someone is in here and you're trying to communicate and I'm just like freaked out.
This was one of the scariest things that happened to me at Waverly Hills. Here, it felt as though someone had touched me on the shoulder from behind. Because I was in a type of trance and I knew Jared was in the body tray, this startled me. What I didn't know at the time was that Jared had just asked the spirits to touch me. Because I still felt as though something was lingering in this space, I quickly set up a REM pod and cat balls in this area, which for me only validated that something was there with us.
Okay, thank you. Literally, as soon as I turn it on, it's going off. Can you step away from that for a second? Thank you. Oh my God.
Cat balls.
Thank you. This is right where someone touched me. Like, I'm shook. Now, I know that there's someone here that can touch people. Thank you so much. If you can push that ball along the floor or you can go back up to that red light and make it beep again, I would appreciate that so much.
How are you feeling?
I'm like shook up, man.
It's so weird.
That freaks me out. Like,
So right here is where you felt like there was somebody?
Yeah. And like, it's funny because the ball's gone off and the REM pod went off as soon as I put it on.
That was really weird. So we're going to resume Estes, but I'm going to give it a go now.
Okay, so if there's there's two of us here.
Men.
There's not two men of us. Okay, so there's two men here maybe?
Run. I'm getting cold chills too.
I'm not gonna run, and he's not gonna run either.
Grab.
If you're gonna grab someone, grab the guy with the blindfold on. Please. Why, what are you...
Hair.
What are you doing down here? And why do you keep saying hair for? You can grab my hair.
Someone.
The cat ball's going off. Can you go towards the red light on the floor if you're making that cat ball go off?
Dark. To an extent.
It seems like a funny place for you to still be in. Why are you here?
You missed.
What did I miss?
Give. Her.
What do you want? Maybe we can give you something. I'm really interested
Vision.
Vision.
This is Jared here. This is making really weird noises. For you.
For me? Okay, you want to give me something? What do you want to give me? Can you give me your name? That's what I would really like.
It's me.
Do I know you? I would love to hear your name.
Got cold chills again.
The cat ball's going nuts, guys.
I got a name then. I thought Ethan.
Ethan. Thank you. I've been asking for a name. I'm so pleased that you would share that with me. Can you tell me where you're from?
It's private. It's private.
Okay, you don't have to tell me where you're from. This is insane. What does Waverly mean to you?
Mark.
Is that the two men that are here? Mark and Ethan?
Below. Breathe.
Mark below, breathe.
Clean him.
Also, wouldn't they do that with the bodies? Clean him? Sometimes these things can seem random, but they could have meaning. Now I'm getting chills.
After wrapping up possibly our most intense SD session ever, Jared and I went back to the body chute to retrieve the camera we had left rolling, when we noticed that the EMF tripwire in there had changed colour, indicating that something had spiked the electromagnetic energy in the tunnel. We didn't realise this at the time, but the Ghost Tube SLS camera revealed something very interesting about all of this. During the entire recording session down here, not a single spike on these devices or a sound of interest was documented. That is until we were about to re-enter the room. Here, something very powerful must have swept through the tunnel, triggering all lights on the tripwire and the lantern at the same time. I find this funny, being the one time something registered on these devices, as it almost links to how we were feeling this night, that something or someone was following us around. Since these devices had shown activity, we then moved them up to the 4th floor, where we wanted to reach out one final time while using our thermal camera. And just as we were setting up, they once again triggered.
Okay, I'm recording. We're getting action down there, down the very end.
And we're rolling on the floor. So I'm back. Again, my name is Amy. I've brought Jared with me this time. We would love to see somebody tonight. Can you show yourself? I seen that coming on the thermal camera. What the fuck? The tripwires are going off. Can you come out that door? Can you come up and stand next to Jared? Yeah, can you see something very cold on the floor to the left of the hallway there?
Yeah, like a weird dot. What is that?
What is that? Is something manifesting there? Can you see anything there?
Not with my eyes, no.
What is that?
There's nothing there.
Why is that spot so cold?
There's nothing visible here on the actual camera.
It's literally like, it's a really cold spot.
Yeah, I mean, I can see it, but there's nothing there.
There's nothing else like that anywhere else.
There's a reason so many people claim Waverly Hills to be one of the most haunted places in the world, and tonight, Jared and I truly got a taste of that. From hearing noises, receiving intelligent communication, and even being touched by the unseen, we had an incredible investigation here. But this video is just the first in an intense October lineup, leading to a Halloween special that really pushed us to our limits. Remember, you can still grab our limited edition Halloween merch from the links in this video's description, but get ready for next week's video, as we visit another of the most haunted, and this time demonic, locations in the world.
Okay, tonight has been very special to me. This place is special. There's been so much activity that we have both experienced ourselves or captured on camera, and I hope that you guys have enjoyed the journey. Honestly, it just means a lot to me to be able to come here and investigate this place. It's been on my bucket list since I became a paranormal investigator. It's always been a place that I've seen others go to and investigate, and I just feel so grateful that now was my time and I got to come here, and I really feel like so appreciative of the spirits, if that even makes sense, to just do anything for us, you know. It's been a really, really cool night, and again, I really hope that you guys liked the video. If you did, please remember to like, comment, share and subscribe. Honestly, that really, really helps me out. Just please leave a like at least. But if you do want to read any more stories or history on Waverly Hills, head to my website, AmysCrypt.com. I also post bonus content on my Patreon and my YouTube members, which are linked below. We actually just filmed a bonus video in a place we didn't get to investigate too much in the main video for my patrons and YouTube members. So hopefully you guys might find interest in that. But you can also follow us on social media at AmysCrypt, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. And thank you so much for watching, Crypt Keepers. Until next time.